Happy Wednesday, Tallahassee. Is a brisk one out there overlooking Doak Campbell Stadium. You can see that wintry sky really pervasive across and some scattered clouds out to the west. Preview of some more clouds being into our area, but right now the main story is that chilly air, 51 degrees, so quite cool. Even on schools yesterday, still very cold. North-northeast winds at 3 miles per hour. Satellite radar looking very clear. No signs of any precipitation or clouds coming on the way till much later. And that's our next system we'll be talking about. This upper level low and cool front will be trekking across the I-10 corridor and bringing some rain chances by Friday to our area. But overall, nothing too much. Tonight, 40 degrees, very chilly. Winds will be calm, allowing with some radiational cooling. Tomorrow, 65 degrees, partly cloudy, enough for a light sweater also. And then for our main weather headlines, rain coming back, warming slightly back up as a new cold front comes in, and then cold weather tips. Stay warm out there, Tallahassee. Stay tuned.
Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz. Welcome to Wednesday edition FSU weather.
Yeah, I guess we'll jump right into it. I know we're going to talk about 27 degrees.
Yes, that's the temperature we got down to here in Tallahassee last night. And man, there was frost everywhere this morning.
Yes, our producer here was coming back from the news, and his car had frost by 11 p.m. He had to wait for it to defrost. Unbelievable.
Wow. Seems like it's kind of early in the season for this type of temperatures, but it's 2020, right?
Exactly. Yeah, December 1st is technically the start of meteorological winter, but normally we don't see these chilly values until January. So this is definitely above average, and we'll take it after a pretty warm November.
Absolutely. And so I saw that we're going to have some rain coming up on Friday from another front.
Yeah, that moisture is coming across I-10 currently in Texas. We have an upper level low with an attached cold front and possibly a big storm in the northeast too. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
Wow. And so, yes, well, I guess we'll have another cold front come through and kind of give us another cold air mass. I don't believe it's going to be as cold as the one we've experienced this week, but it will still be on the chilly side.
Exactly. Yeah, temperatures look like they'll be in the low 60s. It's just going to keep us in a chilly air mass. It's definitely not going to be warm anytime soon.
Right. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in tonight, and we're going to talk more. I'm going to change gears here shortly and start talking about the southeast. So I'm going to chilly in the southeast. Look at these temperatures. Currently, it is 48 degrees in Montgomery, right here, Montgomery, Alabama. Atlanta, 48. And here in Tallahassee, it is 51 degrees. The warm spot, obviously, is down here in Miami, which is still chilly for them as far as current temperatures go. And the dew points, these low dew points are the reason why we can get down, the temperature can get down to where it's at currently. Dew point in 31 in Tallahassee and dew point 53 in Miami. It's a little higher than ours, but it's still very comfortable. And the wind's still pretty much out of the northerly direction, bringing still some chilly, cool air into our vicinity. The winds have died down since the other 24 hours ago, but we will still have a chilly night, but not as bad. And you see the winds down here over the peninsula as you get down to Miami, 6 miles per hour off the ocean. So it gives them a little bit warmer temperature due to those warmer water temperatures being warmer than the land. And here you see on the radar, you see our next weather maker right here, a cold front moving from west to east here. This will be in our area Friday and will increase our rain chances and then give us cooler weather for the weekend. And as far as thunderstorms go, there's some general thunderstorms here across parts of Louisiana and parts of Texas. And there's a marginal risk for severe weather down there along the coast near Houston. Over the next 48 hours, the storm system will move out of the plains area towards the northeast. And like Hayden was saying, this will eventually develop into a stronger storm with some winter weather associated in the northeast and blustery wind. And the cold front will come through our area and give us increased rain chances for Friday and then clear out by the weekend. Tonight's forecast, lows around the southeast. Pretty on the chilly side still, but not as cold as it was last night. Atlanta, you're expected a low of 28. Here in Tallahassee, about 33, which is warmer than it was last night when we had a low of 27. And the warm spot, Miami, a low of 61 tonight and tomorrow. Absolutely more beautiful weather. Montgomery, Alabama 59, Atlanta 57. Up here in Little Rock, 44, still on the cool side. Need your winter jacket. And as you move down to Florida, this is the Sunshine State, of course. And look at this mild temperature, 76 in Tampa and 76 in Miami. So it's going to be another beautiful day in Florida. And just need a jacket for the mornings. But once things warm up in the afternoon, you can go out there and take a nice walk in the park or enjoy that outside weather. So Hayden is going to take a look now at the local weather for Tallahassee.
Exactly. Thank you, David. Always take your dog out. This might be a little cool for us, but it feels great for them. That Doak Campbell Stadium, always so gorgeous in the sky. Definitely looks like that wintry hue. It just looks very wintry out, and that's the weather, and it just always happens to be that way. 51 degrees clear, a north-northeast wind 3 miles per hour. Let's look at that sky. It just screams winter to you. There's not even a scientific explanation. It's just dry out. So anyways, Tallahassee, nothing much is popping up on our radar, very dry. There were some clouds earlier by Cross City, some upper-level clouds. But overall, a strong area of high pressure, very high areas of pressure, and it's quite dry, a lot of suppressing air. With the exception, we do have some rain starting to enter Louisiana, some cloud base, and it will track again on I-10, of course. But right now, the big story is those temperatures. Definitely want to keep preparedness for those cooler air temperatures. 51 Tallahassee, 46 Quincy, Thomasville 46, and about also 44. So a key difference too is the further away from the water, the colder you're going to be, because that Gulf of Mexico is definitely going to warm you up a bit. So if you're watching us Thomasville, Valdosta, you could have a hard freeze. In Tallahassee, you might have a light freeze because it'll be around 37, 36 degrees. So that's cool enough to get you there. Also our dew points, it is exceptionally dry. This is the type of weather you want to bring your chapstick because your lips are going to start to peel off. Not peel all the way off, but it's going to sting a little bit. 31 in Tallahassee, the dew point again. So our temperature can drop down to that temperature, and that just tells you we can have a very cool night on our hands. And also another clear direction for those frost conditions is those light winds, which we currently have right now. So I do think we will have some light frost in our forecast again if you're taking that dog for a walk. Tomorrow, some upper level clouds, nothing too much to block the sun at the surface. So I think we could have a nice warm up, and we'll start to see a different picture as we head into Friday. We'll get some rain showers, possibly even a thunderstorm heading into Thursday night into Friday morning, because we will be in a little bit of a warm sector. You can see that low comes down to 53 from 36. So we're going to warm up a decent bit. And then Saturday, 59, 48. That'll be a very pleasant condition as long as you can handle the relatively cool morning. And this actually looks like the res over here, this picture. So it might be a good day to go out and hit the res. Maybe relax from the final weeks that's upon us coming up. So anyways, our forecast. After that rain, we will start to clear off Saturday, Sunday, 61. Those temperatures, those lows drop down to 37 and the upper 30s next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But we'll stay pretty sunny. So overall, nothing too much we can complain about. So now we're going to continue over with our death segment, and let's break it off.
Yes, Hayden, thank you for that local look at our forecast. We're going to talk now about cold weather tips, what to do and what precautions to take if the temperature gets below freezing or gets cold like it is now in our area. One of the things that you definitely want to do is wear lots of clothes. You want to layer. You want to make sure that you are warm enough, and if you're going out during the day, especially in the morning, you want to wear layers so that you can peel clothes off as the temperature rises during the day and you're not, overheated.
Exactly, yeah. You never, you want to make sure you're able to take some layers off too, because you don't want to start sweating inside. Because then when you go outside, it can actually lead you to be a little bit cooler. So you just have to watch that. Absolutely.
And another thing is to remember to bring plants in that are temperature sensitive. Plants left outside in freezing temperatures can die overnight if you leave them out. And also make sure you bring pets in when the temperatures get below freezing, as they, especially in the south, are not accustomed to these low temperatures that we have. And so you want to make sure your animals are inside where it's warm and not outside in the cold air outside in the environment.
Yeah, my sister actually has some outdoor cats. And even though we're in South Florida, the low was still 41 degrees. My mom said, get those cats inside, and that's exactly what we did, because that's tough on them.
Absolutely. You can use your garage. I mean, if they're outdoor cats, you can also put them in the garage where it would be warmer and protect them from the elements also.
Exactly.
Another thing is to pack blankets in your car if you're going to drive somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of times you hear stories, especially on the Weather Channel, people get stuck in accidents or traffic's really slow. Your car runs out of gas. You just want to make sure you stay warm because as soon as that car goes out, you have no sense of heat. So you got to make sure you stay safe.
Absolutely. Another thing is to check the tire pressure in your car, on your car, because when there is cold temperatures, tire pressure can be decreased in your tires, and then if you, in the case you have maybe a small hole or something in the tire that you don't know about, that air escapes even quicker, and so you can end up having a flat tire while you're driving, and it could blow out.
Yeah, my tire after 2 nights ago, it's low pressure now, so I have to get that looked at. It's speaking too much of the devil.
Same with mine. I have one that seems to leak out whenever it gets really, really cold at night, so I have to probably get a new tire for my one, or for my car. And so, yeah, so is there any other cold weather tips that you can think of, Hayden?
So one of them, especially for the athletes, is a lot of times people forget to drink water because it's not hot, but your body still gets dehydrated the same way. So if you're working outside, make sure you keep drinking water even if you don't think you need to.
Absolutely, because when you have less moisture in the air, it's able to evaporate off our skin a lot faster, yes.
Exactly, yep.
All right, so now we're going to take a look at the national picture with Hayden.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So for our national forecast, we're starting to get into that busy time of the year. Fronts, ridges, troughs, we have it all. And also a very dry air. 13 at dew points, 13 for the dew point Denver, 12 for Albuquerque, 18 in Memphis, 31 Tallahassee. So the nation is dry to the bone right now, with the exception being southeast Texas, Louisiana, where we have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms, and that is that system coming across. So to keep an eye on it overall, nationally, weather is looking cold, but nice after that storm kind of evacuated the area. We have some residual snowfall in Ohio. That might keep us a little bit cooler with the albedo. So the winds across the west kind of showing a kind of high pressure ridge. And then the northeast, we have a westerly flow coming across the nation. And then we have a little bit of a component to the northwest behind this cold front in Texas. So overall, the winds are pretty light, nothing too strong of a pattern. Look at this system brewing. You gotta love December. So we can see some heavier rain showers, some red indicating that heavier rainfall. And on this backside of slow, look at all this white. This is snowfall. So if you're watching us in North Texas, maybe Lubbock, watch out for some wraparound moisture, probably a little too south, but especially in Kansas and Oklahoma, some wintry mix in the region, some rainfall, and high pressure dominating the southeast. We have a strong area of high pressure, and that allowed us to get us to 28 degrees last night because we had that high pressure, we had the sinking air, very cool. And of course, that low pressure is weakening the northeast. That brought that big snowfall. So that is our big picture. Looking at the upper level water vapor, this is that big upper level low spinning up in the 500 millibar level. Sets in the upper levels. So at the surface, we are seeing it, but just not as strong as what we're seeing in the mid levels. And then this will drag its cold front across our area. And then this low will start to deepen as it heads into the northeast, coming in nor'easter, bring some heavier rainfall into this region. So the snow is lingering in Burlington off the Great Lakes, but you'll probably get a new batch after the system comes in into this weekend. The southeast, we will get another batch of unsettled weather, some rain showers into the area, but we do know there will be a general risk. The marginal risk is not even out by the Storm Prediction Center, so this will not be convective in nature. Just some raw conditions, possibly with some cool rain. So you definitely don't want to have any of those raw conditions. Speaking of raw, Wichita, that is some cool rain, possibly even some snow as we head into the nighttime. So definitely some conditions. And look, of course, we have our winter storm warning into the area of pink. So definitely need to keep an eye out for some snowfall, some ice, and definitely not good conditions. So for today, Houston will have a marginal risk of storms, probably done with you now. Looking into Louisiana, and most of the nation is bitterly cold in the 20s, all the way to 40s down into Florida, with the exception of California and the Southwest being a little bit warmer at 50. I'll bet not too much. And then same thing, tomorrow's forecast, 70s in the Sunshine State of Florida, Los Angeles 71, and cold everywhere else. as you'd expect, Florida and Los Angeles being the exception as always. Now we're going to hand off to David.
Thank you, Hayden. Yes, it is quite chilly across the nation, and we'll talk about temperatures here today. It was high of 60 degrees. Usually we're around 68, and as far as a high record, we were nowhere near that. But look at this low of 27 this morning here in Tallahassee. We did not break a record, but we got not too far away from that one that was broken in 1999 with 22 degrees. Normally, we're around about 44, 45 degrees this time of year, but so it is a little bit colder than it normally should be. But you know, we're heading into getting closer to winter, so that's going to happen. Nothing to talk about on the radar. It's absolutely clear right now. This will change over the next 48 hours as that front gets closer, but for now, things are clear. And as far as across the state of Florida, just some high clouds around central Florida. No showers to speak of. There may be a few off there in the Gulf Stream, but nothing over land, so won't need a rain jacket or umbrella. Tonight's lows, currently the temperatures around the Big Bend area, temperatures are falling, 51 in Bainbridge, 51 here in Tallahassee, and even near the coast, Apalachicola at 51 degrees. And here's the dew points, and like we were saying, they are on the low side, making it, this is very dry air. No muggies for this week, or probably no muggies for the rest of the winter, or for the rest of the winter season. But yeah, these temperatures, when the dew points get this low, it allows the temperature at night, if the sky is clear, there's radiational cooling, so temperatures can fall close to these temperatures, and that's why we're able to get down so low currently. And the winds are pretty much light and variable depending on where you're at. Apalachicola out of the looks like the northeast at 3 miles per hour, and not a wind to speak of in the Monticello and St. Mark's at 4 miles per hour. So just light and variable winds, which will also can allow for frost to form in the colder areas, like especially in low-lying areas or valleys that are where temperatures can drop further down, but if there's no wind, frost can form. And over the next 24 hours, some clouds will move in as the front comes closer. And tonight's forecast lows on the chilly side, cold side, once again, 33 expected low in Tallahassee, 31 in Bainbridge for tonight. And as you get closer to the coast here in Apalachicola, 44 degrees. So you're going to need to turn that heat on, and if you go outside, you're going to need probably a winter jacket if you're going to go out and do something tonight and go somewhere. So, and tomorrow, absolutely beautiful day. Be on the cool side, so you may need a light jacket if you're going to go out and about. But just look at these temperatures in the mid-60s and close to 70 at Perry. And over the next week, rain chances do go up on Friday with a 60% chance and a high of 69. But look at that weekend, more sunshine and just absolutely cool temperatures. You're going to need a sweater because it'll be 59 on Saturday. And temperatures will rebound just a little bit, but not really. So you're going to need a jacket probably for the next 7 days. But there's lots of sunshine to talk about. So just beautiful weather after we get past this cold front on Friday. We're going to turn things over to the desk now and talk about weather and history and what took place on this date. And one of the things that took place was in 1925, there was a late season Florida hurricane that moved across the peninsula and went up to Rhode Island, where they actually recorded 60-mile-per-hour winds from that storm.
Oh. I just have that brought me flashbacks. I put hurricanes out of my mind, and the fact there was a storm that even hit in 1925 or 1922, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, and in this date, back in 1920, there was a 400-yard-wide tornado in the Utah mountains, and some of the 38 inches of snow that was on the ground was actually carried 1,000 feet up in the air from this tornado.
This day stinks. There was a tornado. I never even heard about that. Well, legitimately, wow, a tornado picking up snowfall. Wow.
You know, our producer, he looked this stuff up, and I was like, wow, a tornado in the winter and also in the mountains? I'm like, that's unheard of.
And then a hurricane hidden. If you went through a time capsule, you see a hurricane the same day, if in a different year. Unbelievable.
And then in 1982, a tornado destroyed a home in Eastwood, Missouri. It was a Christmas Eve tornado that hit the same home. It's like 3 weeks after these people's house got hit. 3 weeks later, it was destroyed again, and by another tornado.
They must. I don't. Maybe they did something wrong. I don't. I know how to explain that. I
Maybe
mean,
yeah.
that's the probability is ridiculous.
Maybe it's a sign that they should move somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe just down the street or a house over. It could be that big of a margin.
Absolutely. Can you think of anything else that's happened in history on this date?
Not that I can think of, but I'm sure there's been a couple of nor'easters. I mean, we had record-breaking cold here in Florida, or almost record-breaking in Tallahassee. So I'm sure if you looked across, you'd see so many records of cool air and snow.
Oh, absolutely. And wasn't there like snow that showed up on a METAR for Tallahassee Airport?
Yeah. So the automatic METAR station was a little confused about the ice and some of the particles in the sky and the temperature.
Wow, wow. All right, so now we're going to go over to the wall, and I'm going to talk about the Florida weather. Look at the whole peninsula here. We've talked about the national picture in the southeast and our local. We're going to take a look now at Florida. And currently the temperatures are on the mild side. If you're in Miami, it's 70 degrees, and as you move north, they get on the chilly side here in Orlando, 53 degrees, to Jacksonville at 43. And here in Tallahassee is currently 51 degrees, and these temperatures are going to continue to drop tonight, and we'll get down to freezing here in, actually, these are dew points. Dew points are on the low side, very dry air in place, and will continue to be dry air for the next 7 days or so. And the only place that's really any kind of humidity, which isn't really high, is 53 in Miami and 59 in Key West, but that's still very comfortable air mass to be in. And satellite radar, just some high clouds across the central part of the state, and I see a cold front entering on the left-hand side there. That's going to get into our area on Friday and increase our rain chances. But right now, things are very clear in the Panhandle, no clouds to speak of. And we go to northern part of Florida near Jacksonville. Like I said, there's some high clouds that are moving south. No rain associated with these. Some more high clouds here across Lake Wales and Palm Bay. And in South Florida, there may be a couple pop-up showers here, but there's not much to speak of. So overall, the whole state of Florida looks really good right now. And the next 3 days, the highs for Miami of 76, 79. And look, you get back up to 81 degrees. And these are very accurate rain chances here. These are very specific numbers, 4% chance of rain on Friday. Let me tell you something. Whoever did this forecast is really accurate. And so on Tampa, expect some rain showers to pop up on Friday and Saturday as that cold front gets into your area. Those highs will be in the mid 70s to upper 70s, but you drop off once that cold front passes through and have a high of 69 on Saturday. Orlando, same thing. Temperatures rebound to 77 degrees by Friday, but temperatures will drop a little bit as that cold front passes through on Saturday with 38% chance of rain in Jacksonville. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s over the next 2 days, but then they drop again into the low 60s once that front passes through. And last one, Pensacola, temperature is 67 high for tomorrow, 69 on Friday. And cold front passes through on Friday, bringing some rain, 70% chance of rain, and temperatures will drop to 62 on the next day. And tonight's forecast, lows around the state, anywhere from the low, tonight's forecast 52 to the low 50s to the upper 60s as you move down to South Florida. And as far as tomorrow's forecast highs, upper 60s to near 70 in North Florida. As you move down the state, it will get to the mid to upper 70s near Miami. So I'm going to hand things now off to Hayden, who's going to take a look at the local forecast again.
Yeah, I wish I had the confidence that those forecasters give a specific number that's not even. But anyways, good on them. That sun, that sky I was talking about earlier, that said it just screams winter, is now dark, and it still screams winter, actually. So that's just my takeaway for tonight. It looks like winter. 51 degrees, clear, a north-northeast wind at 3 miles per hour, a beautiful, crisp evening that you'd normally like to see, and much cooler in our rural areas outside the city of 43 in Quincy, 45 Thomasville, 44 Valdosta. It is a bit nippy, and you can see some lighter colors over here, in case some 40s that we're seeing just to the eastern region. So that's pretty exciting. 31, that dew point in Tallahassee. 30, baby. That is unreal. I didn't think we'd ever get to see this day because it's just been so humid and it's been a really hot summer. So it's nice to see. And clear skies come with those really dry dew points and that strong area of high pressure. you're traveling on I-75 across the I-10 Lake City, the only problem you'll have is some possible frost on your windshield around like 4 a.m. or so. But overall, no conditions that are going to be too treacherous coming across. A different story across the middle across our nation. Some showers in the warm sector and some snow, blowing snow on the backside of the low pressure. So that will start to come down the area, but just keep in mind that system will come in our area. So Thursday afternoon, we'll start to see some clouds, but we'll hold off until Friday for most precipitation. Tonight we play North Florida. Harrison Prieto, our basketball player, meteorologist, grad student now, 40 degrees, mostly clear. And I think it's going to be a little hot in the stadium because we're going to be heating up with our shots, that is for sure. 61 for tomorrow, 60 degrees, partly cloudy. So it's going to be a nice day to recover from that basketball game. It's going to be an exciting win for sure. I hope I don't regret anything I've said. Friday, a different story from Thursday, 69 degrees, some clouds in the region, some showers, maybe a thunderstorm, we can roll that out. And then dropping off into the around 60 degrees pretty consistently, 57 Tuesday, and our lows will be staying in the lower 40s and upper 30s. So as you're studying for finals, if you're trying anywhere to study, just keep a light jacket. You might need it. So now we're going to bring off to our closing desk. Definitely an exciting day for sure.
Yes, finals are next week. This is the last week of the semester as far as the regular semester goes, and then next week's finals. And wow, this semester has really flown by.
Yeah, it's definitely flown by. I know with the coronavirus, sometimes the room gets a little old, but nonetheless, we're getting through it, and we're at an end of another semester.
Absolutely, and like you said, it's beautiful temperatures. You can go outside and study at, out in the park or on a bench outside your dorm, or just get out on the porch if you have a porch or something. Yeah, it's definitely great weather to just be outside and study at the same time.
Yeah, I was out on the porch this morning. Actually, I headed inside. It was so cold, but it's not going to be as cold as it's been. We're definitely going to warm up into the mid 60s and then the lower 60s after the front passes. So great to get out there.
Yeah, those lows won't be as low as we had this week when we had 27 degrees last night. Next cold front's not going to bring in that cold of air, but it will get down close to 32.
Yeah, and we just have to keep it relative too. We are still in Florida, so even if it's not that 27 or 20 degrees you expect if you go to like school in North Carolina, definitely bring a jacket. Maybe if you have someone have like a little fire pit, it might be a good time to do that. Some s'mores are always good.
Oh, absolutely. I love s'mores. Yes, if you have a fire pit, definitely this is the weather to light it up and get some friends around and social distance while you do it, but just have a good time. And speaking of good time, remember to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/FSU weather.
Like us on Facebook. Don't have too good of a time on Twitter.
And also remember to watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU weather Monday through Friday.
And then lastly, follow us on Instagram. Show the pictures of the frost on your car. Show us how happy your dog is with the cool air. Preferably weather pictures, but we love it all.
Absolutely. Send us pictures in weather, pets, you name it. Send them on. We'll put them on the show.
Well, anyways, I am student meteorologist Shane Wilder.
And I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz. Have a great evening.